What is up, everybody? Welcome into our Q&A. It is time for fantasy football, and it's our pre-Thursday night football Q&A. We're happy to have you here. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Nathan's actually here today. Nathan, say hi.
Oh, cheerio.
Apparently, Nathan, apparently people say they can't trust you because of the Flock League now. Isn't that...
I have literally seen comments about every single person in the Flock League channel. Like,
I know.
now that Zach made that deal, it's like, I can't trust Zach.
Yep.
Mason's an idiot. He has the worst team. I can't trust Mason.
Like, live a little,
Sal's
guys.
hasn't made a trade, so there's no criticism for Sal yet.
Actually, Sal keeps siding with the bad side of the trades, and so people keep getting pissed about that. But
yeah,
it is funny. I'm like, we're just out here having fun, and everybody's like, I'm like, it's not that serious. It's a game. But happy you guys are here, and we're happy Nathan's here, even though he traded me Justin Jefferson. So, who do you play this week?
Something that will remind me about for the rest of my life.
Who do you play?
Who do I play?
Yeah.
Thomas, who just made a trade where he's going to get more production. So I'm pretty ticked because he lost CMC and now he traded him away. So
That does suck.
yeah, I'm not very happy about it.
All right.
I'm trying to wheel in.
Yeah. Honestly, not trying to make a ton of moves right now, but
Sal actually wants to make a move, so I'm trying to make one with him right now.
yeah, that would work for both of you guys, I think. So, hey, look, hold on. I got your book.
Oh, you got it. Good. Okay, you got to bring it over.
I will.
Thank you.
All right. So let's answer a couple questions from the comments real quick. We've got some questions on the site that we'll answer here in a second, but we will be answering questions from both places, from the site and from the chat. So if you want to drop your question in the chat, we'll answer as many of these as we can. And obviously, per usual, we have so many right now that we have to prioritize super chats. But all right, let's answer a couple questions here. Carter was here early. Carter, what's up, man? Made some moves. My team is now Daniels, Saquon, JT, Javonte, Wilson, Rice, Waddle, Cooper, and Kincaid. Any ideas my next move in a 12-man? In a 12-man? That's a pretty good freaking team, man. I mean, you've got a rushing upside quarterback, 2 elite running backs, 2 elite wide receivers, plus Waddle, who you know is a kind of a buy low, and Cooper, who is kind of a buy low, and then an elite tight end in Kincaid. Like, because I'm not selling any of these guys, I don't think. I mean, I'm sticking with that team. Nathan, do you have any thoughts?
No, I think you're right.
I think
Devontae is the only guy I'd look to maybe move, but is he even movable right now because he's been so bad?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just running back 3 is really helpful, I think. So,
right.
All right. Jacob, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Half PPR need help at wide receivers. Would you trade Mahomes, Henry, and Waddle for Daniels, Jacobs, and Diggs? I don't feel like you're getting much help there. I mean, you're down tiering from Mahomes to Daniels. Henry to Jacobs is lateral, and Waddle to Diggs is lateral. So, like, I don't feel like you're getting much help there. Would you trade Mahomes and Waddle for Murray and Ayuk? Now, that I would do.
Yes.
That
I would 100% do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll answer our first super chat over here. Ethan, appreciate you, man. In a 12-man PPR, I have Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Gibbs, Flowers, and Higgins. Okay, should I trade Puka for a tight end? I've been streaming one every week. So you've got Garrett Wilson. Honestly, I mean, like,
keep streaming tight end.
Unless you get, and I mean, for Puka though, unless you're getting McBride or Laporta or Bowers, no. If you're getting one of those 3 guys, you could. I mean, like, those 3 guys are, even Laporta's kind of questionable right now, honestly, but it's only been 2 weeks. And then I think I'm fine streaming tight end. You could get Hunter Henry or Mike Gesicki. So they're both guys that have been plenty productive. So awesome. All right, let me pull up some of the questions that were submitted on the site, and we can go through and answer these. Like I said, we'll jump back and forth. If you guys want to drop your chats, we can go through and answer a lot of these chats tonight. And then obviously we'll prioritize super chats. So let's jump over and do some start sit and some. We got 3 trade questions actually over here as well. So eyes are drawn to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but also Amari Cooper, Josh Allen, or Baker Mayfield. So this is going to be a start sit question. So let's go ahead and open this up at wide receiver. Oh, I don't think his team is linked. Nathan, will you check and see if this works on your computer?
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't. Team is not linked.
Yeah, I don't think your team is linked, buddy. Sorry about that. Message me on Discord and we'll get that fixed for you. Let's go to that Morris kid. I started 2-0. I moved J.K. Dobbins and Nico Collins for Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery. I'm honestly fine with this trade. I'll take the Amon-Ra side here. Nico and Amon-Ra are close. I think I've got them pretty close in my rest of season rankings, like maybe 4 spots apart. JK and Montgomery also close. These are just, you're just slide upgrade every position in here, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going that one. Good trade, my man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you want to take Zark's question, Nathan?
Yeah, Zark says Derrick Henry, Jalen Waddle, and so this is a dynasty question, 25 early to mid first, or Jamar Chase and Montgomery. He says, curious if I should make this deal. Not sure how the Jamar contract situation will shake out, but if you think this is good, he's willing to accept it. It's a late 26 first now that he's giving up, not the early 25. I would make this deal for Jamar Chase. I think too. For the rest of the season, between Monty and Derrick Henry, probably give the slight edge to Henry production-wise, but dynasty-wise is Montgomery. And then Waddle in a first and the 26 first, or Jamar Chase. I think you got to go Chase there. I think this is a great time in dynasty to go ahead and get Jamar Chase. We knew he was going to start slow, so you can get him for a good deal right now. I like that.
I 100% agree with that analysis. And then the last one we've got here, this is a redraft league. It's Ramondre for Chris Olave. And look, in my opinion, let me see if the teams are linked here. They're not, so I can't see the rest of the team. In my opinion here, I'm going Chris Olave over Ramondre Stevenson rest of the season. I think Chris Olave is going to be fine. I'm not freaking out about him at all. Do you agree with me?
No, I agree with you.
Okay, cool.
I said no.
You said no, and I was like, okay. So, all right, I think we got... Okay, these are teams. Yep, we're good. All right, let's jump back over here. And like I said, we'll answer as many of these comments as we can. If you guys want to submit on the site, I'll drop the link here in the chat. But you can also jump the line by submitting a super chat, which we think we have one here. So let's go to Mike. Mike, appreciate you, man. Should I trade Reek for Bowers and Flowers? Nice. That's kind of fun. It's not bad. I'm going to say no. I would rather have Tyreek Hill, because Tua is going to come back, right? I would rather have Tyreek Hill, who is a league winner by himself. Bowers is probably not a league winner by himself. Flowers is probably not a league winner by himself. I think I would want more for Tyreek, more than that for Tyreek. Nathan, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I'd probably try to get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Trying to think like how much more.
Yeah.
Maybe a better receiver than Flowers, a higher upside receiver than Flowers.
Yeah, I like getting Bowers, but yeah, I think you're right. You've got to go. Yeah, that's exactly right. Flowers' ceiling is capped compared to Tyreek Hill, whose ceiling is this guy.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll let you take Jason's.
Jason says, trade Marv, Ladd, Diggs for Nico, Pittman, and Higgins. So do I want Marv or Nico rest of the season? Probably the same tier. Do I want to go... So I think that's a wash, honestly.
Honestly, I'll give Nico the slight edge there, but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, still, I would still view him in the same tier, but do you think they're in the same tier?
So I have Nico at 6 and Marvin at 10 rest of the season. So I have them a tier apart. I just feel like Nico's a little bit safer, but also has the upside that Marv does. So, I mean, it's close. Go ahead, keep going. Just let's finish it.
Then yeah, less competition for Marv though, and same amount of passing volume. Ladd and really Diggs for Pittman, and then Ladd for Higgins. It's actually a pretty fair deal, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, the best player in the deal is Nico here. So I think I would go Nico.
Well, you're getting more ones there too, right?
Yep,
Ladd is still kind of up in the air. Diggs, is playing behind Nico. So you've got really one solidified number one receiving option on the Marv side, and then you've got Nico, who's a 1, Pittman, who's a 1, Higgins, who's a 2. So I like the Nico side.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jason. Joey, what's up, man? James Conner and Jerry Jeudy for Jonathan Taylor in a full PPR 16-man league. So this is going to be a little bit of a deeper league here, and so. Depth is important, right? Depth is important. You're giving up 2 starters in a 16-team league.
I mean, production's important too, and
and so is upside. Right. That's true. I think I'd hold here at 16.
I hate to. It scares me to say the James Conner side, because we have this conversation with James Conner every year, right? We know he's going to be productive when he plays, and then
he doesn't play.
But do I want to account for injury? I don't know if I want to account for injury or not. Let's go. Let's hold JT right now. I think it's a bad time to move JT.
He'd be getting JT. I think.
I think I might take JT. I don't know. I don't know, dude.
I think it's pretty even, honestly. But like
Judy in a 16 man, you're starting him every single week.
That's what I'm saying. He's a starter, yeah.
So
I'll say this. Let's qualify it. If you have the depth to make this trade, I'm good with it. If you're gonna
in a 16 man, I question whether you do have the depth.
If you had a good draft or got lucky on waivers, so
yeah.
All right, there you have it. Appreciate you, man. Let's go to Weezy. Weezy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Traded Amon-Ra in my Dynasty League, but I have no FRPs left. My team is Mahomes, McCaffrey, Jacobs, Connor, Amon-Ra, Olave, Ayuk, Flowers, and Bowers. Look, I mean, you don't have your first, then your goal is to win the league. I think this team is capable of winning a league. Obviously, you need Christian McCaffrey back, right? But in terms of your actual team here, like especially if this is a 12 team, your QBs are obviously you've got Mahomes here. I don't know if it's a super flex or not, but you've got Mahomes, CMC, and Josh Jacobs, and James Conner is elite in a Dynasty League. Amon-Ra, Olave, Ayuk, and Flowers is close to elite in a Dynasty League, and you've got one of the top tight ends in Dynasty in Brock Bowers. So, Nathan, any thoughts here?
No, I completely agree with you on that.
I mean, and again,
I think he's just hold on until CMC comes back.
I think so too. And if you traded, you don't have any first left, but you got Amon-Ra. If you gave up your first to get Amon-Ra, it doesn't matter. You got Amon-Ra, so good stuff.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Brandon, what's up, my
Brandon?
You got
it. Brandon says I have Devonta Smith, Pittman, Marv, Saquon, Ramondre. I traded Rice for Neighbors and Ridley. Was that okay? I know Nathan hates Neighbors. I do not hate Neighbors. I think that's actually a great trade for you. You're able to get some depth at wide receiver and get a guy who's honestly his upside is higher than Rashee Rice, even in a bad offense. I mean, you just saw that with 18 targets and like 25 points. That's a great deal. I love that for you.
I really like that deal. And, I mean, look, you've got Devon Smith, Pittman, Marvin Harrison Jr., Saquon, Ramondre. Now you can flex Neighbors and Ridley every week. Like, that's perfect. I love it. Chef's kiss, Brandon. Appreciate you, man. Daniel, I got you, man. 12-man full PPR, super flex dynasty. I traded Laporta, McLaurin, and Aaron Jones in a fifth for McBride, London, and Johnston. Johnston? Which Johnson, Nathan? Help.
Quentin Johnston.
Probably Quentin. Okay. So.
Or Deontay Johnson.
Maybe. Yeah, probably Deontay. At this point.
We'll go with Deontay.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. In a trade like this, Deontay's not going to matter. At this point, Laporta and McBride, in my opinion, that's a wash. Do you agree with that now?
Yeah, I would almost even give the edge to McBride.
So, how are we doing? What do we think about Dynasty tight ends right now? Are we going McBride, Laporta, Bowers? Are you going Bowers up higher?
I'm going McBride, Bowers,
Laporta.
Well,
we'll see if the JMO breakout sticks. But so in terms of, look, McLaurin and Jones for London, you're smashing London there. You destroyed on this trade. So it's not a close trade here.
It's a great deal.
Well done. All right, Nathan, you got Knicks.
Yeah, Nick says, hey, saw in your video today that I shouldn't start Dell. My only other starting options are Dunze, Jennings, that's Juwan Jennings, and DeMarcus Robinson. What are your thoughts?
Well,
Jennings is honestly an interesting start this week because they are playing San Fran. San Fran has given up, I just did this math like this morning. They've given up 35 total points to receivers in week 1 and then like 58.
Isn't Juwan Jennings plays for San Fran, doesn't he?
Yeah, they're playing the Rams.
You said they're playing San Fran.
Oh, I meant to say the Rams.
I was like, sorry. What?
They're playing the Rams. The Rams have given up like 35 points to receivers in week 1 and 58 points to receivers in week 2. And with Debo out and now CMC and Kittle, who did not practice today, potentially questionable, it's Ayuk and it's Jennings. Gosh.
I mean, we don't have Juwan Jennings anywhere close to Tank Dell in our rankings, technically.
No. Well, I mean, I didn't expect Kittle to be
have a
true. Hamstring issue. So, Odunze is not an awful option, but their offense looks so bad. I probably would still just go Dell over Odunze this week. What would you go, Dell?
Now that Kittle's out, you're right, it changes things. I would still lean just go for upside and Tank Dell. I think if he hits, he's got much more upside than all these guys, and so I'm not starting
Jennings is
DeMarcus
going to need a
Robinson.
touchdown.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'd still go Dell today. But I mean, not everybody has the luxury to not start Tank Dell. So, but appreciate you, Nick. Thank you so much. Jeff, what's up, my friend? Nico Collins, 7, 185, and 2 this Sunday, top 4 rest of the year. I swear this is Danny's burner account. I swear it is.
Yeah.
Like, yep. I seriously think it is. Jeff,
yep.
I've got Nico for reference. Let's check here. Rest of season, sort by my ranks. Wide receiver. I've got Nico Collins, rest of season ranked as my wide receiver 6. So I am right there with you. The only guys I didn't rank him over are Tyreek, Jamar, Justin Jefferson, Amon on CD. He was such a good value at price. So luckily, I drafted some Nico this year, so I'm feeling pretty freaking good about it. But appreciate you, man. All right, you want to take hyper sympathetic telepathic machine?
Yes. What's up, boys? In a 12-man PPR, I have Dak, CD, Rashad, Kyron Williams, DK, Ingram, Reed, QJ Mooney, Hunter Henry, Moss, BTJ, and Ty Chandler's, and you're 0-2. Any suggestions? I'm surprised you're 0-2, man.
I am too.
I'm trying to figure out how. I guess Reed last week kind of let you down because of the Love injury.
Yeah,
QJ,
so
you probably just got off waivers.
CD was bad in week 1, but he was good in week 2.
CD,
Reed flip-flopped.
yeah.
Mooney was good in week 2, but not week 1. Yeah, so that makes sense.
I would stay the course, honestly. There are not any guys here that I'm like, man, you really should trade him away. Jaden Reed's going to be on the up. Jordan Love might even play this week, which is nuts. You've got Rashad White, who's going to come back. You've got Kyron Williams, who is literally the only guy left there. So it's him or no one else. It's literally like it's like Kyron Williams or that offense is the worst offense in the league.
Yeah.
Like if Kyron Williams doesn't produce, they're probably gonna have a top 5 pick next year. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. DK is fine. Ingram coming back from the injury. I mean, I think you're fine, man. I'm not really worried too much about this team. I think your outlook for the rest of the season is the same as I would have had it to start the year. You just had some bad luck the first couple weeks.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think you're good, man. We appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. All right, let's go to Corey. Corey said, home league may offer me Laporta and Rashad White for Chris Godwin. It's an 8-team superflex. Is this deal worth losing a decade plus friendship I was at his wedding? Yes, it absolutely is.
Yep.
You take the deal. Take the deal for sure. So, appreciate you, Corey. Thanks for your super chat, man. Brandon, what's up? Flex Ford, Ridley, or Pittman this week and rest of the year. I would go Ridley first, and then Pittman and Ford are kind of a wash for me. This week, you've got Calvin Ridley. They play the Packers. It's not a bad matchup for him. The Bears aren't a terrible matchup for Pitty, but it hasn't really mattered whether it's a good matchup for Pitty recently. And Ford, they play the Giants. It's a good matchup for them. I would go Ford and Ridley.
One thing to consider though is that Ford, I think, got like out carried on goal line carries. Like I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if he
that's
got
true. That's true.
last week because we thought about him as a start.
That's right.
And then we actually looked at the data. It was like, holy crap, Foreman's getting a lot of the work there. So I'd probably go Ridley, then Pittman, then Ford. But if you're gonna go with a running back, again, the matchup, I can't blame you for it.
Yeah, I don't think I blame you. I would go Ridley. I think he just wants us to pick one, it's Ridley. So
Ridley's a guy.
Yeah, appreciate you, my man. Cody, what's up? Nathan, you got this one.
Yeah, I'm in a 10-man. Brees, Achane, and Nico, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Neighbors, Flowers, Worthy. Should I try to bundle up Devonta Smith, Adams, and Flowers for Chase? Someone or just stay? I would stick with your guys right now. I would not bundle all 3 for Chase, that's for sure. I think, right now, the prices that Chase is going for in fantasy leagues is incredibly low. He's being viewed in the same tier as guys like Devonta Smith and Devontae Adams straight up.
Yeah.
So there's no need to bundle all those guys to go get Chase. I think you're fine. I as far as the production goes, I mean, you have Nico as your top option, Devontae Adams as your second, and your third wide receiver is Devonta Smith. And then you're flexing Neighbors and Bowers, or Neighbors and Flowers. That's insane. There's no reason for you to go get Chase. If anything, move one of those guys for a running back.
Yeah, I agree. Appreciate it, man. Just Chrome in a Dynasty League, would you trade Amon-Ra for Garrett Wilson and Ayuk? I would make that deal. Yeah, I'm taking.
Yeah,
I'll take,
100%.
I'll take the package there.
Definitely do that. I'm surprised someone's willing to do that right now.
Yeah, honestly, I am too. I mean, I guess Garrett Wilson and Ayuk both have been slow. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Joey, follow up. If Judy is gone, my other wideouts are Mooney, Metcalf, Johnson, Yoshino, Dunze. Okay, so this is for the 16 team.
Yeah.
Any full PPR things? Any suggestions? Okay, so like, yeah, you're starting one at QJ, Odunze. It depends on how many wide receivers you're starting, but it seems like you got a fairly decent squad there. So I'm okay either side. I'm okay if you take JT there. So
yeah,
you want to take Penseek or Jack?
Yeah, he says DJ Moore, Ayuk, 10-man PPR, and a 10-man, give me Ayuk. He's got higher upside, especially with all the injuries right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Ethan says, appreciate the help. Was Jonnu a solid start this week, and should I flex Stevenson or Higgins? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm super high on starting Jonnu Smith. I'm not. If you're streaming tight ends, I guess if you want to take a shot on a guy off waivers like Jonnu, that's fine, but not ultra amped to have him in my starting lineup. Stevenson or Higgins, when in doubt, go with the running back who's been productive getting the goal line carries. I don't trust Higgins for a freaking second right now. So,
yeah. And, with Jonnu, I mean, he's going to be the last guy to get targets in the Dolphins right now. Because, again, like, we're talking about this hurting Tyreek and Waddle. I mean, it's not going to be anything for Jonnu if Skylar Thompson, unless he's like, Superman, but he won't be. So, appreciate you, man. Adams, Neighbors, Rice, JMO, Tank, and Rome start 3 here. Okay.
Adams
Neighbors, for sure.
And Rice.
Yeah, that's my pick, too. I go Adams, Neighbors, Rice here. So
Neighbors has a tough matchup playing Cleveland.
Yeah.
Your fourth option is definitely JMO there, but I'm going with the top 3.
Sinclair, got to pick 2, JMO, Flowers, and Mason. Flowers and Mason, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it sucks because JMO's in a really... I mean, Flowers is playing the Cowboys. Flowers is going to have digs on him, and JMO's playing the Cardinals.
I mean, we were worried about that last week with the Saints, and then they dropped 41 on them.
That's true. Honestly, I'm JMO. I mean, with the targets JMO's getting, I don't know how you. Okay, so with JMO and Flowers, here's what I'll say: start Jordan Mason for sure this week. JMO is going to be your upside pick, right? So if you're going to be betting that, because he gets 9-11 targets a game, he's going to catch 5 of them, right? You're betting he's going to get a long touchdown or a long pass this week that really gives you a bunch of production. Flowers is the safe guy. He's going to get more shorter intermediate receptions, and he's going to have a higher floor for your team this week. And so depending on whether you want to go upside or whether you want to go safety, pick between those two guys and with Jordan Mason. So, all right, you got the next one.
Yeah, it says traded Kincaid and Higgins for Kelsey and Brian Thomas, 12-team PPR. I think that's a pretty fair deal. I think Kincaid and Kelsey are still in the same tier. Neither of them have really shown what their upside could potentially be. Kind of equally worried about both of them. And then Brian Thomas or T. Higgins, that one's a wash as well. I'll give the edge to Kelsey and Brian Thomas here.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
We got another one from Brandon. Should I try to trade CMC away? And if so, who should I target at wide receiver? I know I'm probably going to sell low on him. Well, we just saw a CMC trade go down in the Flock League. I will read you that trade so that you know what's going on. Like a fair deal for CMC if you were to include him in a deal. Basically what happens was, oh my gosh, I have to scroll all the way up to find it because there's been so much chatter going on. Stephon Diggs, CMC, and Nick Chubb for Mike Evans, David Montgomery, and Zach Moss. So if you can get a viable wide receiver 2 in return for Christian McCaffrey, and then a guy like David Montgomery caliber, if you're going to move a guy on top of Christian McCaffrey, that's a type of deal that you could make. That's what I'd be looking for. I'd be looking for a pretty productive wide receiver 2 if you're looking for a 1-for-1. Someone who's really, really strong at wide receiver, needs a running back depth down the line. You could definitely do that. Whoever owns Jordan Mason, go ahead and leverage that owner because he's essentially paying for a 17-game starter in an elite offense. He would overpay for CMC, even with the injury.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate it, man. Jeff, who's Danny? Danny is from FSE, Danny McKinnon. He is the biggest Nico Collins fan in the world now, apparently. So you just remind me of him because you guys are both Nico stans. But yeah, I know you were right there on Nico, man. You were right there. Appreciate you. Bo, thanks, man. Foreman, Bucky, Rico, Chase Brown, running back 2.
Choose 2, I think, right?
No, I think he's saying
Chase Brown.
I think that's saying he would be my running back 2. He's deciding between these guys. Honestly, I'm probably going Bucky Irving.
I'm going Chase Brown and Rico, actually.
I guess Chase Brown plays the Commanders.
Yeah.
But Bucky Irving plays the Broncos. I mean, Bucky had like 10 points last week.
I mean, they kept the goated Pittsburgh Steelers to Rachaad White left the field for a decent amount of time, so he was getting the carries. That's
I lied. Bucky Irving had 2 points last week.
Yeah. He had carries, but that's because Rachaad left.
Well, he's gotten carries in both games. They're giving him carries.
Yeah, the other game they were up by like 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, so they took Rachaad out.
I mean, here's the thing though: Chase Brown is getting less of an opportunity share than both of those guys. Chase Brown's not even startable in my opinion because he's only getting 20% snap share.
Yeah, you go Rico and Bucky then.
I would go Rico. I think he's only asking for 1. I would go Rico and then Bucky. So, appreciate it, man. You got McSale. Sorry, I don't know.
McSale says traded Rasheed for Jamar Chase. What are your thoughts? I think that's a great deal. I really like Rasheed for the rest of the season. There's so many downers on Jamar Chase right now. I, for one, would be capitalizing on that.
Yeah. I think you're going upside, whereas Rasheed is safety. But in terms of like where we have them ranked rest of the season, I have Jamar Chase well above Rasheed Rice still. I think, look, we knew this going in. The Bengals always start slow, right?
Always start slow.
So, and Jamar has been playing without T. Higgins. T. Higgins is not practicing. Thank you. I think now that T is back, I think it's going to help Jamar a lot. So.
And they have Washington on Monday night.
Aaron Jones, full practice. T. Higgins, full practice. T. Higgins, limited practice. Justin Jefferson, full practice. So we're getting some guys back this week. How about that?
Nice. You want to hear Jamar Chase's splits for the first few weeks of the season over the last 3 years?
Let's hear it.
So his first year, he went off. He had 20 points, then he had 13. Second season, 28, 10, 12, 12, 12, 12. And then 2023, he had 9 and 8, and then he went crazy.
Yep.
At like 26, 14, 52, and then this year 12, 7.
Yep.
It's so predictable, guys. It's so predictable. I don't understand why people have not caught on to the trend in year 4.
Yeah.
So
I don't know either. Tyler, appreciate you, man. Flex half PPR, start Hawkins, P. Ryan, or Kirk. Man. I'd probably go Christian Kirk.
Dude, Christian Kirk's targets the first 2 weeks of the year, 3 and 4.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
D-Hop plays the Packers.
I did not see that coming.
I mean, I guess
P. Ryan could get some receiving usage.
That's true.
It's for me, it's between P. Ryan and
D-Hop.
Kirk. Actually, P. Ryan and Kirk, because Levis can't throw the ball worth a darn.
Then let's go P Ryan then. That's kind of both of our top twos. So
cool.
Jordan Whittington is he Cup version 3 and Puka 2.0? So with Whittington, I mean, we're gonna find out, right? Of course, my guess is no, he's not. However, we'll see. He played 50% of snaps last game. He had 2 targets, 22 yards, and so obviously, you know, they're getting him ready for a big role. But we'll see on Jordan Whittington. He could be one of the hottest waiver picks of the week if he does end up doing something of that caliber. So we'll see.
Yep.
Nate.
Leandros has traded Najee and QT. Who's QT? For Moss. It's Quentin Johnson, right?
It's gotta be QT.
Is there any other Q that you know?
No. QJ is the only.
Okay. I think it's QJ.
I think it is probably.
Yeah. For Moss, I have Josh Allen, Kyron Moss, Rice, Tank, Laporta, Charbonnet with AJ Brown, Reed, Addison, Jermaine Burton, Carson Steele, and Hulbert. 12-team PPR. What are your thoughts? I think Moss and Najee are pretty close. I think I prefer Moss because he's getting a lot of the workload right now, and Najee is the mud runner. QJ didn't look too bad, honestly. I probably prefer the Najee and QJ side. But I get you trying to raise your production ceiling at your RB2 position with Moss. So
yeah,
you do have a pretty good wide receiver core with AJ Brown and Reed, but honestly, you probably could have used Quentin Johnston this week in your flex with all the injuries you got. AJ Brown probably going to be out for another week or two. But yeah, I get why you did it.
I have Najee ranked higher rest of the season still, but it's not that far off, honestly. So, Kiop, appreciate it, man. Tyler Johnson, Zeke, or White. Talking about Zamir, I'm assuming, and I think this week is if you're ever starting Zamir White, you're starting him this week. So, playing the Carolina Panthers, I think it's a good matchup for him. I think this is the week I'm starting Zamir White. You good with that?
Who does Dallas have?
The Ravens.
Yeah, probably just go Zamir.
Yeah. Paul, appreciate you, man. Nathan, you got it.
Yeah, Paul says, my starters are Daniels, Marv, Neighbors, 3 rookies, Bijan, Achane, Kincaid, and Higgins. Should I trade Achane and Neighbors for Jamar Chase and James Cook?
I'm not doing that.
That is too close.
It's close, but I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to trade away Achane right now.
I don't really want to.
Like, look, if you were getting to Jamar Chase for,
I don't want to move super. I mean, you just saw some of the deals that are going down for Jamar Chase. I think you can get him for less.
I think so too. And also, if you're going to trade Achane, I would like to get close to like Jamar Chase level guy, straight up for Achane. I mean, you're taking a downgrade from Neighbors to Cook. I mean, maybe it's close to lateral, but like, I feel like trading away Achane is risky at this point. So,
I mean, James Cook had a great week. 3 touchdowns, 33 points. His first week, he only had 11.
Yeah.
You know?
And he says it's a full point PPR league. So, I mean, I think that makes Neighbors, who's getting more targets right now than Jamar Chase, and Achane, who's getting more targets than James Cook. I think it makes him more valuable.
If you're moving Achane, I want a Saquon type of guy.
I want higher than that. I want Amon-Ra St. Brown. I want Justin Jefferson for Achane. That's where he's going. Wow. I mean he's a running back 1. So, but again, I feel like unless you're getting that, you don't sell him. So, did you see that Mason dropped a video saying to sell Achane? He was getting
I did see that.
Shellacked for that. Yep. Yeah. You can't say anything bad about that guy.
That's why we don't do sales videos.
Right. Ron Scov, appreciate you, man. We did JK and everybody freaked out. Should I drop Hopkins for either Shaheed or JSN? Hopkins, drop him for JSN right now. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
I would drop your entire waiver budget on JSN.
I would too.
Every single dollar you have on your waivers. How the heck is that possible?
I don't know. I mean, We just had JSN pretty much traded straight up for Ayuk in our league. So,
Yep.
So yes, I would do that. Good question. Appreciate you. Dang, 12.
Amari Cooper isn't dead in the water, but
Whatever.
still Ayuk, the Ayuk side.
But he did it to get JSN. So
that's true. That is true.
I really don't understand why he did that trade, man. Oh, but
he just like voluntarily came down to my level.
Yeah, you can put it that way.
Not negotiation wise, just like now his team is as bad as mine.
Yeah. Let's go to Dang 12. Gesicki or Strange to start this week?
Gesicki.
Yeah, I'd go Gesicki here. I'm feeling
he's like a receiver with a tight end label. So
yeah. Appreciate you. All right, Ahmed. And he dropped the
yeah, he says, what can I trade Cup for? JSN and Diggs for Cup? Oh my gosh. If you can get JSN and Diggs for Cup, who just went on IR, that's a smash.
Cup didn't go on IR.
Oh, he hasn't officially gone on IR yet.
He's not going on IR.
Nice.
So
I would still take JSN and Diggs.
I'm fine with JSN and Diggs there. Good question. All right. I think we're caught up on Super Chat. So we can answer some regular questions now. You guys only answer Super Chat.
On the site.
Wrong-o. We do not only answer Super Chats. We just have so many of them that we can never get through them all. So, all right.
We do prioritize Super Chats.
Right.
Oh.
We do prioritize them. All right. We do have a question over here. Let's see. From Brazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Going against the number one ranked teams in the expert rankings. Going for number one. I'm number one for a number of experts, but not overall. Thanks, Danny. That's funny. He's 2-0. I'm 1-1. Going up against Cook, Connor, Lamb, Collins, Rice, and Wilson. That's crazy. Let's get your lineup set here. So at wide receiver, you're deciding between London, Flowers, Waddle, Worthy. Well, obviously London with a tougher matchup this week, but he's going to be number one in our rankings. So we'll start our best player in Drake London here. At running back, you're between Gibbs, Mason, and Achane. Definitely starting Achane. And then the other one I'm going to go with is Gibbs, and then I'm going to flex Mason.
Yep.
And then so that leaves you with Waddle, Flowers, and Worthy for your last one here.
Flowers.
And I think I would just go Jay Flowers there. I feel pretty good about the lineup.
Reed is an option as well. But even if Love plays, I think you're still going Flowers.
Yeah, I think so too. And boom, we got it. I feel good about that too. That's a good lineup. You got a good team. It's an 8 team, but I like your squad a lot. So you got Achane and McBride and Chase and London and Gibbs. Like, yeah, that's sick. So
yeah.
All right, appreciate it, man. All right, let's jump back over. If we don't have any super chats, we can jump up to the top and answer some questions. So okay, we do have one super chat. Traded my Kamara, Flowers, Hall, and Ayuk. Okay, 4. Kamara and Flowers, 4 Hall and Ayuk. Thank you. How did you do that? Yeah, you won on both positions there. Breece Hall is better than Kamara, and Ayuk is better than Flowers still. So that's crazy, man. Good job. Wow. If you really got that done, I'm really proud of you. So
dang.
All right. Let's jump up to the top. Bobby says, I'm playing the only other 2-0 team this week in Happy VR. I need upside, but also high floor. Do I rock with Zach Charbonnet, Zach Moss, or Ramondre? I have to pick one. I would. Shit. You need high upside, but also high floor, don't we all? I think Charbonnet's got high upside, high floor. I think I'm going Charbs.
Yep.
So, Trappin, start 2, Pollard, DK London, and Higgins if he plays. I would go. Nathan, you answer this one.
This is the one from Bobby, right?
Trappin, 87.
Oh, gotcha. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I'll go with the running back and Pollard. He's had 2 really good weeks. And Spears is banged up. Oh man,
I mean, let's just look at our rankings.
DK or London? Probably DK.
We have London ranked higher by 6 spots and a tier.
Who's DK have this week?
The Dolphins. So he's gonna have Jalen Ramsey on him.
Yeah. Okay, that's why. Yeah.
But
We'll
London.
go London and Pollard.
It's not. Yeah, I think I'd go London and Pollard. I'm tempted to go Higgins there, honestly, but we don't have Higgins ranked. So, what's a good wide receiver one to target with Caleb Williams? I desperately need it. I mean, with Caleb Williams, okay. I'm assuming you mean in a dynasty league, because you're not getting a wide receiver one for Caleb Williams anywhere else.
Chase.
Yeah, I mean, go get Jamar Chase. So that's what I would do. What can I get for him? I don't see his other comment here. So Foreman, Bucky, Rico, Chase Brown for my running back 2 this week. I think we answered that one. And we decided on Rico Dowdle. Would you start DJ Moore or Zay Flowers?
I'll go with Zay. No, DJ Moore's playing the Colts.
DJ Moore. Yeah, we've got DJ Moore at 10 this week. So 9, actually.
Yep. He's going to have a good game.
Yeah, I think so, too. All right, we got a super chat. Let me jump down. Get the super chats. Appreciate you guys. Frizzle, what's up, man? Dobbins or Najee this week? Okay, well, Dobbins, in terms of matchup, has a really tough matchup this week, so we ranked him a little bit lower than where we wanted to rank him after being pretty good the last couple weeks. We've got Najee ranked 2 spots higher, and they're in the same tier. And Najee plays the Chargers. Dobbins plays the Steelers. I would go Najee Harris. Nathan, what are your thoughts?
I go Najee as well.
Yeah.
That run defense scares me.
I definitely don't blame you if you want to go Dobbins after seeing what he's done the first couple weeks. So,
yeah.
Anthony,
Some would
appreciate
even
you, man.
say you have to start him. So
Yeah. I mean, and I get that. It's just
That's
tough
just
tough
rankings.
matchup. But Anthony, appreciate you. Pickens, London, Waddle, pick 2. Nathan?
Pickens in London this week. I think you've obviously got Pickens going against the Chargers. London's got KC. Waddle has no quarterback. So probably go with the top 2 there.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well.
Yeah. Awesome Wings says full PPR Dynasty 1 QB. You've got Stroud, H.M. Brooks, Pitts, Marv, Jason, London, JMO, and Dell. Of 225 first. Should I trade Marv for 3 first? No, win your league. You already have 225 first. There's no reason for you to go 25, 26, 27 with Marv. Just is coming off a 29-point game, who probably, when it's all said and done, is going to be a top 2 dynasty wide receiver, if not dynasty wide receiver 1, like as much as people are into that. I would not do that deal right now. You've got plenty of first, plenty of future value. Lean on your future value and actual productive guys like Marv. I think you're looking pretty good this week or this year. So
yeah, I think so too.
Good question. Ben Cooper says,
Ben.
Bucky, Braylon Allen, Leggett, or Tank in my second flex PPR. Let's go with Tank Dell. Those are 2 backup running backs, and Leggett's on the worst offense in the NFL. Got to go with Tank Dell there. Even though we have him as a sit this week, he's the best option.
Yeah. Josh, appreciate you, man. James Conner, Dobbins, Gibbs, or Bijan full PPR. All right, so I'll have these guys ranked like this week. Bijan is my first guy. Gibbs is my second. Conner is my third. And Dobbins is my fourth. In terms of Conner and Gibbs, yeah, we have
I'm
Gibbs.
ranking Conner over Gibbs this week.
What? You ranked him significantly lower than Gibbs.
Wait. I'm sorry.
You ranked Gibbs at 6, and you ranked Conner at 12.
That was incorrect.
Which one? Are you going? So you're going Conner?
No. Sorry. Sorry.
So you're going Gibbs,
Sorry, I'm
Bijan,
these.
Gibbs, Conner,
Gibbs.
and Dobbins.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Christian Jackson, Ravens or Vikings defense? I had the Ravens. I actually just dropped them. The Vikings this week play the Here's the thing: the Vikings play the Texans this week and mixing out, and oh yeah, you've got Dak and CD as well. So you would be, I would do the Vikings D in that situation. I don't think you want to double up.
Vikings D is tough, man.
Yeah, and the Vikings D is good, and you can hold on to them. The Ravens is like that as well, but they haven't performed yet. And honestly, they had a fairly easy matchup against the Raiders, and they crapped the bed. So, you don't want to double up to where if Dak and CD have good games, you not only get killed by them, but your defense sucks. So I would just diversify a little bit and get out of that matchup. So, Zach, appreciate you, man. Waddle or Higgins PPR?
Waddle or Higgins?
Higgins.
Got to go with the guy who has the QB.
Yeah, I'm going with Higgins. I didn't jump over your question, man. I didn't. Sorry. It didn't. There wasn't a question up here. It just said, what can I get for him? So you can ask your question. I can answer it again. But no, I didn't skip your question, dude. Booty clap, flex 4. Reed, Leggett, McMillan, Moss, Keon, Jennings, Naylor, and Whittington. Reed, Moss, Jennings, and Keon. Thoughts?
You're right.
Okay, that's what I think too. Kamara, Stevenson, and Williams, who should be my 2 running backs? Kamara and Stevenson, pretty easily.
Yeah.
Need tight end, likely Ferg or Freiermuth.
Likely.
Yeah, I think I go likely as well.
Is Ferguson set to play this week after that MCL sprain?
I'm actually not sure. I'm going to look that up. He's practicing, actually. So I think you go Ferg if he plays. Don't you think?
You can. That's fine.
Yeah.
They're matching up against each other, right? Dallas and Baltimore.
Yeah.
That's tough because I'm always scared to start guys that are coming off of like MCL sprains if they're coming back quickly, especially. But I mean, he's the best tight ends of those guys, so I don't have an issue with that at all. They need him.
Zach, appreciate you, man. If you got a question, let me know. I don't think I see a question from Zach, but drop it in the comments, man. We can answer it. Yep. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Start, sit, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. You've got Chase, Rashid, Ayuk, and Marvin Harrison Jr. So your 2 wide receivers here, you're going to start for sure are Chase and Rashid Rice, and then I would go, man, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I would go Chase. Honestly, I think Rashid Rice might be my odd man out here. It's between Rashid Rice and but Ayuk has no Debo, man. Like, Chase has a great matchup. Ayuk has no Debo. Marv plays in a high-scoring game against the Lions.
I can't in good conscience sit Ayuk this week.
So you do Chase, Ayuk, and Marv?
I think.
That's tough.
Trade one of your guys, man, and go get a running back.
I agree. Man, that's tough. None of those guys should be on your bench. Should I trade Kupp for Mason rest of season? I'm 0-2 and trying to win now. I honestly don't think that's that bad of a trade. When you're looking at Kupp rest of season, expert consensus 39. Jordan Mason, yeah, he's lower than I thought, 60. So I would try to get a little bit more. Considering that you don't know if you'll have Jordan Mason all season, right? So,
right.
I would try to get a little bit more.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
JT says half PPR, trade Achane and Moore, DJ Moore, for Chase, Monty, and Pacheco. I got Love, Fields, Lamb, Waddle, Josh Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, Mostert, and Kittle. 0-2, 1 QB, 1 flex. If you're 0-2, I'm not trading for Pacheco. I mean, Pacheco, they just came out with an announcement like yesterday or 2 days ago that he may be out until like the very end of the season because he just had surgery on his leg. So the dude is going to be out for quite a while. I would hold your side.
Yeah,
I think DJ Moore and Monty is a wash, and I think Achane and Chase right now, market's got Achane. So I would hold your side.
Yeah, I'm with you. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
DTLH, Hertz Kamara, Mason Stevenson, CD Nico Waddle Smith, Reed, Wicks, and Kincaid. Who can I upgrade to off of Ramondre? You have Corum, Davis, Wright, and Brooks also. So none of those guys on your bench you want to start. None of them ever. So really, he's your running back too. And if you're going to try to upgrade from Ramondre, which I'm not sure I would for this reason, I think Ramondre is pretty undervalued still. So I don't know why. I'm hesitant, but like if you're going to upgrade there, you have to go to like either Derrick Henry, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon, Josh Jacobs, or James Cook. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
So I personally, if I were you, I'd stay put. I really like your team. I think Stevenson and Mason can get it done for you, but appreciate it, man.
Agreed.
Miguel, you got this one.
Yeah, I traded Jacobs, Hunter Henry, and Judy for JJ. My man, that is that trade is 2 times better, 2 times more of a steal than my JJ trade was. I don't know how you did that. That is insane.
Yeah.
Good job. Seriously, like what the heck?
The Easter Island head emoji right there that's how I feel about that trade. So
that is give me some gum.
That's wild. Appreciate you, my friend. Good job. Let's go to Zach. Zach didn't type his. Should I try flipping Tyreek for Justin Jefferson? I mean, they're probably about the same rest of the season. I have them ranked back to back, honestly. So I honestly think I would just hold Tyreek. What do you think?
I'd hold Reek.
Yeah, I think Nathan and I are kind of united there. So good question. Thanks for your super chat, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. KJ, thanks for your super chat, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, he says I'm 1-1. I know it's only week 3. I have Stroud and Goff at QB. I've got Henry and Monty at RB. Got Braylon Allen at RB as well. Mostert, Corum, Zeke. At receiver, I've got Amon-Ra, DJ Moore, Rashee Rice, Christian Watson, Keon Coleman. And then at tight end, you got Laporta as well. Kickers, defense. Thoughts, trade ideas, or am I good? Let's go get a rushing QB at quarterback. If it means you trade both Stroud and Goff, I'm fine with it. I would definitely be doing that. Target Kyler. Kyler just...
He's a beast.
The dude will not stop being undervalued. That would really, really help your team out just from an upside perspective in a significant way. Running back, you got Henry. He's only going to get better. Don't sell him. Monty is what he is. You know exactly what he's going to do. If he gets a touchdown, he's good. If he doesn't, he's still going to get you 8 to 10 points just because of his opportunity and volume in the red zone. That is definitely your weakest position because outside of that, you don't have any guys that I'm comfortable starting. Hopefully, Mostert can come back healthy. Is Mostert set to come back this week, or is it going to be one more week?
I actually haven't heard anything on Mostert this week.
I have not heard anything about him. I haven't heard any announcements on if he's practicing or if he's not practicing.
He's limited. So.
Okay. I mean, that's better than last week. I mean, A-Chain didn't even practice last week and he played. So sounds like Mostert's trending towards playing. He's a viable flex option at running back if you have to do that. Wide receiver, you got a lot of high floor guys. DJ Moore, Amon-Ra, Rashee Rice, and then you've got ceiling with Christian Watson. Laporta, you got to stick with Laporta. You can't sell him low right now. I guess the move that I would make is see if you can move a couple of your depth pieces at wide receiver, either for another running back or get a high upside wide receiver since you're so safe there at the moment.
Yeah. Did you talk about Laporta?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said you have to hold Laporta.
I mean, I think you could shop him. I think you could shop him and see if anybody will pay full price for him.
Yeah, that's fine.
If they don't, you hold. I'm not opposed to like exploring trades there. But I think you end up holding because
we're too hype about JMO right now.
I think you're right. Jay, appreciate you, man. Should I start Henry or Goddard in tight end premium? Or sorry, not tight end premium, just tight end. I would go
Goddard.
I'd go Goddard still. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Henry's been the top target.
Goddard was getting red zone. Goddard was getting red zone targets last week. And AJ Brown's going to be out for another week. I think his opportunity is still going to be there. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Probably the same. Do we have him in the same tier? I have Goddard ranked higher than Henry this week.
I think I
do have Henry
technically
ranked
do too.
higher than normal, but this is something that we see with Henry literally every single year. He always has these games, and then he just does nothing for the rest of the season, and then he'll just pop up and do something. So, yeah, that's just my opinion.
You got Josue's question.
Josue says, "Sup, y'all? Sup? What are your thoughts on trading Pittman for Puka and PPR?" Stamp of approval for me. If you can afford it, I think you can do it. I think it's impressive that you can do that as poorly as Pittman has produced the first couple weeks of the year. Gosh, at this point, I'm semi-crossing my fingers that AR gets benched so Flacco can make Pittman go off. But
yeah,
I think if you have flexibility to do it, you can go get.
You're not even feeling good starting Pittman right now. That's the thing, and so
No.
It's obviously risky to pursue Puka in any format, but I think the risk there is significantly lower than some of the other trades you could make. So appreciate it, man. Rory, what's up, man? Sharps, JSN, White, or Higgins and Flex?
JSN.
I would go JSN.
Or actually, you know what?
What?
That's actually tough.
It is not easy. That's not an easy.
Because you got two running backs. You got two running backs there that are going to get the majority of the workload.
I know.
Charbonnet again, Rashad White.
Which we have White ranked higher.
Yeah, we do.
So it's either White, but honestly,
White or JSN.
I think it's White or JSN. I would just go JSN after last week, honestly. Let's see if he does it
I
again.
think that's fine.
So
yeah.
Joe Castles, appreciate it, man. Waddle for Kelsey. I would keep Waddle there. Nathan?
What's the rest of your team look like?
I'd keep Waddle there.
I think McDaniel is just going to find a way to utilize his weapons. And I mean, you saw a season of Waddle with no Tyreek as a rookie, and they kind of utilize him differently than they eventually did when Tyreek was there. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're going to use him in more short to intermediate routes and maybe even try to use him in the backfield. McDaniel's just going to be creative with his weapons. So, gosh, that's a tough one because you're basically moving two unproductive guys right now who have really underwhelmed the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah. No,
I think you're fine sticking with Waddle.
That's what I think too. SG32. Nathan, you got this one.
Yeah, Carr or Baker. We'll go with Baker. I mean, Baker is Lamar Jackson. Who knew? With that elite rushing upside. And you've got D-Rob or Keon. Honestly, Demarcus Robinson.
Wow.
Keon has had opportunity after opportunity. Really only 2 opportunities so far to be productive. But I'm still going to go with DeMarcus. He's got to step up. Those receivers have got to step up, or no one is going to step up or produce for the Rams. Half PPR also. Big play upside for Keon, I guess, but has he even shown it?
I mean,
not yet. So
not a ton, not yet.
Yeah, good question. Salvador says Pittman and Pollard and Kelsey for London and McBride. Yes.
London McBride, not all day. Not even close.
I would take London and McBride.
Not even close, man.
Yep.
Good question. Appreciate it.
That is actually... Thanks for that little idea. Sal's not watching, so I can say it out loud. I have Pittman and Pollard, and he has London.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sal popped in with the live stream the other day, and he left us a $20 super chat. I was like, Sal.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did, and he was like,
he's
like, good luck this week. Like, I don't know. He was being too nice. I was like, dude.
Oh my
he's
gosh,
cool.
Are you playing him this week?
No, I played him last week. I beat him.
Oh, okay. Dude, he and I.
You gotta get
he
something
and I
done.
are competing for that shirt.
Oh my gosh. And Mason. Dude.
Mason is up for, like, actually for real. Like, this is not me trash talking him. He is up for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he is.
He is going to get shellacked, and it's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
His team is garbage.
He's like
and Chase,
9th in points for.
Even if Chase comes out, like, AJ Brown is going to come back. And, dude, yeah, he's in for it.
So Ferguson or Gesicki this week? I'd go Fergie if he starts. I'll go
Gesicki.
Yeah, I guess a good matchup, I guess.
Gesicki had like 9 targets and 90 yards last week.
But T. Higgins is coming back.
Right.
So I'd go Fergie, but I mean, Nathan, go Gesicki. Josh, appreciate you, man. Pickens, Evans, Ridley, Bowers, managers in a full PPR.
How many are we supposed to pick?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How many, Josh? Pickens. Okay, so it's Evans, Pickens, or actually it's Evans, Ridley, and then Pickens for me. And then Bowers and Andrews. Bowers. It's not even nice. Bowers all day.
Bowers over Andrews
for sure.
Bowers over Andrews by far.
Let me know about the receivers though. I can tell you. Bandy, appreciate
Remember in the preseason when Bowers was like half the price of Andrews?
I do. I drafted I think 3 shares of Bowers in Dynasty this year.
In Dynasty.
In Dynasty, yeah, it's like
I had
money.
I think I had 3 Bowers in fantasy.
That's awesome. I think I have 2 in fantasy. So
yeah,
you gave me one though. So yeah, I
did
plus one.
I did
there.
Give you one.
So
may as well diversify, you know.
Bandy says, should I trade Garrett Wilson for Chase? Yeah, I would take Chase there straight up. So for sure.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man. Tom,
Daniels and Reek. Oh, hi, Tom.
Yeah, don't leave us super chats, Tom.
What?
I'm telling Tom not to leave us super chats.
Oh yeah, don't leave us super chats.
You don't need to be doing that.
Daniels and Reek or Hurts and Wilson. So do I prefer Hurts or Daniels? Hurts. Do I prefer Garrett Wilson or Reek? Tyreek, not close. I think we'll give the edge to Daniels and Reek there. I prefer the upper hand at receiver than the upper hand at quarterback.
Is this a league that I'm in, Tom? He offered me something similar the other day, but it was less good. So, DB, appreciate you, man. Flex 1, JSN, JMO, and Higgins. Man, the JSN versus Higgins stuff is killing me this week. Higgins could be a really good start this week, honestly. JMO even there. We have JSN ranked highest. I think you go JSN after last week. I will say all 3 of these guys are going to be crazy good starts if Higgins is healthy this week. So, yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's trying to trade me, Hurts, and Wilson.
In your own box.
Yeah. Yeah, well, but I'm getting the... But I'd be getting Hurts and Wilson. I don't want that, so...
No, I want the Reek side.
Half PPR and the flex is Zay Flowers and Zach Charbonnet.
In a half PPR, I'll actually go with Charbonnet. Because a lot of Flowers production is dependent on his volume in the receiving game. So not necessarily his after the catch stuff. I'm gonna go Charbonnet.
Yeah.
You good there?
Yeah, I'm just reading. People, I'm figuring out. I've never done a super chat before, being honest with you. But when you leave a 99-cent super chat, you're not allowed to actually type anything. So if you guys leave so that's why people are doing it and then leaving it underneath. So it's sneaky.
I got you.
Now I know what you guys are doing. So Bobby, and then we got this one. So okay.
Yeah.
I have Tyreek. So you would be giving me Tyreek and Daniels for Hurts and Wilson. What league? What league is this in, Tom? I will take that trade. Tell me what league, Tom. I'll take it. All right. Good stuff. We're through all of our super chats. Hooray!
Hey.
All right.
Would you take London or would you take Pittman and Pollard?
London, pretty easily.
Even with Pollard's production?
Yes. I just got offered CMC and Waddle for Kupp and Mike Evans. Thoughts? Nah, I'll just hold there. I'm less concerned about Kupp's injury as I am Christian McCaffrey's. And Christian McCaffrey's or Cooper Kupp's equally a league winner, is as much of a league winner as Christian McCaffrey is when he's healthy, especially this year. So I'm gonna hold Kupp and Mike Evans. So
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Bronze League trade chat. Let's spam and see who wins this. Bump. I get Tyreek Hill and Jaden Daniels. Gosh dang it, Avery. You can't. Come on, focus. I get Tyreek and Jaden Daniels. He gets Hurts and Wilson. Who are we taking here? Let me know. Let's do a poll. I already have a poll going. Crap. Who are we going? We going Tyreek and Daniels, or are we going Hurts and Wilson? I don't know, man. There's a reason I didn't take that deal. But I'm glad. I see a lot of Flock League comments. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. We have a lot of fun. Honestly, it's kind of just letting things fly in that league because it's fun. And it's, we're doing it for fun. We're doing it for obviously for the content side of things as well. And so it's fun. We can kind of try some things, let it fly, and people are taking it way too seriously for sure, which is great. So way too seriously. It's pretty funny.
I just recorded a video today where it's like, we need to address the amount of comments where people think that we've scripted all of this.
It is kind of crazy.
It's fake.
Look, everybody's saying Hurts Wilson there. And that's why I didn't take the trade, is because I thought Hurts Wilson as well. Reek and Daniels.
Then why did you just take it?
I didn't take it.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I'll wait. I'm going to wait another week before I do that one, I think. I want to see what Wilson does tonight. Wilson could break out tonight. He better freaking not, because I'm playing him this week. So, yeah, we got some Daniel still here. I wouldn't trade Kyron. Actually, you know what? If you can get good price for Kyron, I would trade Kyron right now. So, it says loving the Flock League. Avery seems looking nice. Nathan's not. So,
hey now. Who said that? I think you made that up.
Timothy. I've got it on the screen. Dipwad.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're through all of our super chats. So, Brandon says I was the one with CMC and Waddle. Yeah, no, I would do Kupp and Evans. So, if that, yeah. All right. Cool beans. All right, you guys can submit any questions you want on the site. You can drop super chats. We can answer some of these non-super chats as well. You got offered Mike Evans and Kupp. I would take Mike Evans and Kupp there. Sorry, I misread your question. PPR start 2, DJ Moore, Kyron, and Pollard. I'll go DJ Moore and Kyron there.
Yep. Who's your Avery? Who's your pick tonight? In a wonderful division matchup.
Thank you for that, because I need to pick my picks on our little thing.
Oh, the picks thing? I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, you're in last.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of the picks.
I think the Jets win tonight. So
yeah.
Appreciate you, John. Thank you for your super chat, man. All right. Answer some non-super chats. I'll scroll up here. Ferguson or likely. I'll go Fergie. I think we got that one. Traded Mason and Waddle for Gibbs. Gibbs, easy. Let's see. A lot of these are repeats. Devonta Smith and Pitts for Ford and Laporta. I'd take Devonta Smith there pretty easily.
Wow. That's not close. Yeah.
Should I give up Brian Robinson and Mooney for Olave? That's not close either. Yes, you should do that.
Yes.
Should I drop? Yeah, we got that one. Lennon.
Bears for the top.
Lennon really wanted his question answer, but Lennon, your question disappeared. So if you're still watching, man, drop it down in here and I'll get it answered for you. He was patiently waiting for all the super chats to be gone, And now they are, but I can't see his question anymore. So, let's see. Would you move Neighbors and Dobbins for Jamar Chase in a 10-team PPR? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a 10-team, so upside is more important there.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
I'm fine with it. Okay. To follow up on my initial question, he did a super chat for us. How's this trade sound? I give Ayuk and Mason for Bijan. Yeah, I would do that. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Trying to find some questions here. Rashad White for T. Higgins or JSN? JSN, I would do. Honestly, both of those guys I would take over Rashad White, I think. If you got the running back depth to do that, I'm doing it.
I think that's fair.
Boop, 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 boop. JDH, appreciate you, man. Mason and Waddle for Rashee Rice. Yeah, I'm making that trade. You're good with that? He has Bijan and Achane, so.
Yep. I'm good with that.
Timothy has another one for us here. Package Drake London and Tank for someone in the Ayuk range.
I mean, London and Ayuk are pretty close to each other.
They really are. So if you're doing London and Tank, like you've got to go
more than the Ayuk range.
AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Nico Collins, Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Who can I get in for Kupp and Dobbins? So Kupp alone is our wide receiver 24 rest of the season. You add on Dobbins, you should be able to get to a Chris Godwin, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Devonta Smith type.
Godwin.
Yeah, and I think Godwin's a super good one right now. So Lennon's still here, so we're gonna hit his question. I know they kept coming, dude. That's how we make our living, man. We rely on super chats. So and YouTube makes their living that way too because they take freaking a ton of them. So my question was Javonte or Juwan Jennings. I'm leaning Juwan now that Kittle didn't practice, but what do you think? And secondly, Pitts or Hunter? Honestly, I think
I'm going Pitts.
Pitts for sure. Juwan though, like, are you starting him over Javonte?
Well, let's look at what Javonte has done the last 2 weeks.
I mean, he got a good workload in week 2. They play the Bucks though. That line is ugly. Look, I mean, the Niners play the Rams. I'm fine going Juwan Jennings there. That's fine.
I think I would go Juwan as well. Devontae ended up with a 11-point game against Pittsburgh because he had 5 targets for 48 yards.
Right. Yeah.
But he is miserably inefficient on the ground, and he's not even getting enough volume on the ground. 8 carries and 11 carries each. So honestly, at that point, you're just betting on the receiving upside, and if that's the case, then just go with the receiver.
Yeah, I agree.
Juwan.
All right.
It's crazy. We're already talking about starting Juwan Jennings, and it's week 3.
I know. Things change quickly. All right, let's do. I'm gonna double check that we don't have any site questions real quick. I think we're gonna give a 5-minute warning here, so let's take last call for super chats. We do have one from a start sit from Downtown EB, so let's jump over to the site real quick. All right, EB, appreciate you, man. Who should I flex this week? Amari Cooper, worthy or likely? I personally would still go Cooper this week. Thoughts, Nathan? Let me double check.
It's between Cooper and Worthy. So this week, our matchups.
Cooper ranked quite a bit higher. So.
Yeah. Who do they play this week? Even? Oh gosh, they've got the Giants. That's why we have them ranked higher.
Yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I think too. So
Cooper's still getting the volume too. He's got like 8-9 targets the first 2 weeks of the season.
He has like
to bring him in and then
200 and something air yards,
receiving yards,
and 28 receiving yards.
28 receiving yards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jiwa, appreciate you, man. Or Jiwa. Is Godwin for Kupp and Dobbins good in Dynasty too? I would take Godwin there. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's probably even. I'd probably take Godwin. So,
Yeah.
Lorenzo, appreciate you, man. Pollard or Alec Pierce at flex this week?
Pollard.
Yeah, that's not even close to
Definitely
me.
going Pollard.
Like I wouldn't even think about that one. So, I don't still think that, I'm still not personally starting Alec Pierce, but
No.
we'll see what he continues to do.
Yeah, I mean, but even his upside is still a couple big plays a game, which is going to be 15 to 20 points, and Pollard is capable of doing that every single week pretty consistently. So,
yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, y'all. I'll go live after the game tonight for real. I'm not exhausted today, so and it's a little bit of a shorter live stream, so I should be, should be in good position to do that. So we'll go live tonight after the game. Make sure you're in here, and we will talk about all of the takeaways. Hopefully, we're talking about. Well, actually, no, I can't have Garrett Wilson break out tonight. So hopefully, we're talking about Garrett Wilson and what you should do with him after he only had like 8 points tonight. So, but
it's a good defense. So
yeah. At least we have football. So I honestly don't think it's that bad of a matchup. At least if it weren't Aaron Rodgers playing, then maybe. But it's not that bad. So, all right, y'all. We will see you guys soon. We appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on. Peace out. We'll see you later.